What's up, world? I'd like to welcome y'all to a Drug Dealer's Dreams podcast, yo. Shit is real. We got real guests.
Yep.
Informative. Yo, my name G.
I'm Benny Blanco. You know, for those of you who lived it, can relate to it, seen it, heard it, felt it, been through it, it's for you.
Yo, we gonna have real convo, real guests, real just back and forth with me and my guy, man. Sit back, enjoy the ride, man. Drug Dealer's Dreams.
Word. If you tuning in for gossip, tune out.
Facts.
Yo. Another episode, Drug Dealer's Dreams, man.
Back at it.
I'm G.
Benny.
Got my nigga Jigga, man.
Returning guest.
Man.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, man. The man got a lot going on right now. He's gonna rap out it. You know, the last time he was on the episode, if y'all go back and check out Youngest OG on IG, right? Youngest OG. What we did is he talked about the system, like, you know, when you talking about he went to trial, took the feds to trial.
Right.
This nigga's crazy. Let me just tell you that much. Niggas, so he took the feds to trial. He's still going through it, like being on probation. So it's like, like
the pitfalls of the system.
It's a pitfall of the system because they always talk about like jail is to rehabilitate you and all that, but it's definitely not rehabilitation. It really make you a worse person. Federal system is not, for all people don't know, it's not state-based, right? It's like, if you go to jail in the state in New York, you going in New York, you be around New York motherfuckers unless somebody from out of state caught a case there, right? In the feds, they send you wherever with mad motherfuckers from everywhere. What they expect is not rehabilitation. You meeting other criminals from other states and y'all go home and commit more crime. But now your scale has broadened. You know what I'm saying?
It's a system designed to set you up for failure.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact. So, in turn, I say that to say because y'all will find out in this episode, my man Jig is his probation, federal probation was violated, right? Okay. You have at the end of the day, you really only violated because you got caught with marijuana. Is that correct?
Well,
before the monitor, I'm just talking about that got you the
monitor. He arrested me, and the arrest itself was a charge, so, you know, they basically violated me for it, for a misdemeanor charge.
The police contact is crazy. Now in Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta, they came up with this law, right, that says if you get caught with an ounce of marijuana or less, they're supposed to give you a citation, a ticket.
Right.
You're not even supposed to go to jail.
Playing your music too loud.
Number one,
right?
Basically, yeah.
Jig got pulled over, and the officer took him to jail for 10 grams of weed, right?
Nah, less.
Less than 10 grams.
Like 5 or 7 grams.
Wow.
He was even told to me that he took it because it running my name, he seen that I was on federal probation, so he took me to jail when really he could have just gave me a citation, a ticket, and let me go about my business.
And let the so-called system play itself
because
out.
in my probation eyes, what was told to me was, if I would have got the citation, it was a ticket. Just like if I get pulled over and I'm
a speeding ticket
or disorderly conduct, is not enough to send me to prison.
Right.
But because he sent me to jail and gave me a charge on it, they violated.
What did the cop look like?
He was black.
He was black.
Young?
So it did. It's not like he was just a white cop.
You know what I'm saying?
He's. Come on, man.
Atlanta's unique like that.
Well, you know when, like I said, when you on federal probation, when they run your name, it shows you on federal probation. So basically, with that, they already categorize you. Whatever feeling he has towards you, after he run your name.
You feel like he was doing his job or he was doing too much?
I feel like he was doing too much. I was very respectful.
Word.
I told, when he told me he smelt it or whatever, I mean, I didn't run, I didn't do anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the law is I get a ticket.
Exactly.
You
Ticket.
really don't have to take me to jail. I'm not asking you to do no off the wall shit.
Yo,
right?
in fact, like, to keep it so all the way dope and raw for you guys, like, I smoke spice.
K2.
And I had like 20 grams of that shit in the truck.
Right.
And when I went back to the truck after I bombed out 17 hours later,
Yeah.
all the K2 was there. You feel
Wow.
me? It was all still in the truck. Like he didn't even touch it. But he took me to jail for 5 grams of weed that basically supposed to be a ticket, you know what I'm saying? And from there, it just spiraled out of control. It's like the people they want to take me off the street. You know what I'm saying? They want to take me from the crib, you know what I mean, from it. When half of the United States,
It's legal.
it's legal to smoke weed.
It's legal.
That's a fact.
So
Like you didn't get arrested for possession with intent to
Nah,
distribute.
definitely
You got
it
a
was-
few grams of weed
Yeah.
that a motherfucker would smoke.
it was
recreational
It was
shit.
recreational amount, recreational use,
Right.
and basically they want to send me back up for it.
Yeah, you're not trafficking with 5 grams. You gotta
Exactly,
relax.
So it's like I've been fighting them. I paid for a lawyer, but they told the judge and whatever they was gonna tell the judge before I got there. You know what I'm saying? So, and it is what it is. Now I'm forced to turn myself back into federal prison and do about a year.
That's a fact.
It's just crazy. It's like it's a repeated system for us
So you about to get in
minorities.
here for a few grams of weed.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is the actual charge that he gave me when I went to their court system, they told me that I wouldn't hear from it for about 2 years if I hear from it, if I even hear about it. So for me to go to jail, me to go back to federal prison for that is like, it's absurd, man. It's crazy. It don't even make sense to me.
It don't make sense to nobody.
I mean, you have a lot of people that might think a different type of way, but until you in this situation, then you're not gonna really know, And I was just telling my people today, like, I'm really proud of Jay-Z with the Trayvon Martin thing, not because of he's on BET or whatever. It's because he's exposing it. He's exposing the injustice that we have. Somebody has to expose it and say something about it. They don't say nothing about it.
Right.
They just do what they want to do. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been fighting. I'm still fighting. You know what I mean? I don't think I should go back to prison. There's so many different people that smoke marijuana now. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's officers. I'm pretty sure it's judges that smoke.
Alright, now fair. Okay, well, let's talk because we got to play devil's advocate, right? I put you on house arrest for that, right? Do you think the conditions of your house arrest was warranted? Like you ain't just have a curfew.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Let's go.
Definitely
What happened?
not.
Explain what happened when they put you on house arrest at first, leading up to the reason you got to turn yourself in prison.
Well, my probation came to me about the charge, told me that I was I got arrested or whatever. They wanted to place me on house arrest. But the house arrest they wanted to place me on was called leg monitoring program, where they knew everywhere I went.
Like on GPS.
On GPS, like literally. Like they wanted to know everywhere I was at. I told them I didn't think it was warranted for a person that did 7-8 years in prison, been home on paper for 2.5 years.
You're not
never
a flight
vowed.
risk. You're not
Yeah,
a flight
I'm
risk.
I'm not a flight risk. I mean,
So why do you think that they felt it was warranted? Like, what do you think? Do you think that there were any circumstances in your life,
to be honest,
that made them?
to be honest with you,
Yeah.
it might sound a little cocky or a little ignorant, but they don't live how I live.
No, I wanted you to say that because I think if you was doing bad,
If I was doing bad,
they
nah.
wouldn't have did that.
Nah.
You know, because I wonder what goes through you mind what?
Well,
so you got pulled over when you got the initial weed charge?
Yeah, it was a biker police. He was getting on his bike.
What were you mind?
I was
Listen,
just driving.
say no if you want. What were you driving?
I was in my hoopty.
That's a fact.
I was in my hoopty actually, you know what I'm saying?
'Cause I was thinking maybe he was on some, you know.
Well, later on, all that came apart with the PO decision, you know what I'm saying? You know, questioning.
Meaning what?
Questioning what I'm driving or how I'm moving or.
I remember something similar happened to you. Remember you called me and you were like, PO came through and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
No, he went back for that.
Yeah, that's the fact.
That was the crazy
That's the
thing.
fact.
It's almost,
That's
it's
what I'm
almost, the ending is almost the exact same.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a probation officer tell me before, like, hey, yo, you know, go to McDonald's. And I was like, I don't want to work for McDonald's. And he was like,
Nobody
you know,
does.
I was like, you know, I got a family. And he was like, well, maybe the kids need to eat a peanut butter and jelly for a little while. I took that as total disrespect. I didn't even understand why would he tell me that as another man.
Right.
Because as me being a man, you know, and being around the men that I be around,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? My brothers, like how we carry that shit when it comes to our kids, like,
Right.
it's an honor.
Right.
There's two things that I honor and I wear on my chest. That's my paperwork and that's my fatherhood.
Word.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Word.
So it's like they want you to downgrade. But
No,
why?
They do. They want to shrink you.
Yeah,
They
that's
want
what
to
I'm
shrink you
lost
as a
about.
man. As a man.
Yeah, as a
not
man.
even- right.
With this leg monitoring thing they wanted me to put on, I would have been able to show it to y'all, but to keep it funky, keep it always G, and let you know that we gangsters over here, I cut it off.
You cut that shit off.
I cut it off.
He is Nori on the run.
Nori on the run,
He
yeah.
is the drink champ.
I cut it off.
yeah.
Because they want me to ask another man when I could take my son to get a haircut. They want me to ask another man, when can I take my lady to go out to eat? You don't pay my bills, you feel me? You don't take care of my children. And at the end of the day, I pay taxes, I pay child support, whatever the case, whatever it is to take care of my responsibility to do as a man, I do. They try to play this game with you and make you believe like, well, if you didn't have the marijuana, okay, but you telling me that half the United States can smoke marijuana. If they pay taxes and we pay taxes,
Not
what is
only
the
that,
difference?
it's like I ain't a threat to the community.
I'm not hurting nobody.
You telling me this me having this marijuana? Not saying it's right. We just gonna say it's wrong. But do it warrant me doing a year in prison?
do
it warrant me doing a year in prison
Right.
when the state that charged me with it is not gonna give
It's
me
not
nothing?
even gonna give me no time.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's like what?
It's
Hold
like
on,
a
how do you do
$200
that?
fine. It's a $75.
It's $75.
$75 fine.
You know what I'm saying? So you telling me that the state that locked me up only want $75?
And they shouldn't have locked you up.
They shouldn't even lock me
Just
up,
a
but they
cop.
want
Cop had
$75.
discretion.
But you want a year out my life.
Let's say that too.
That's
all right,
crazy.
when Jig go to
don't add
jail,
up.
right? First of all, this is my nigga. This is my brother right here, right? Jig was in cuffs and he called me to come get his truck. I don't know. The
How
officer,
did you do
officer
that?
let him
You're
use
like
his phone.
David Blaine in
So
cuffs.
listen, this nigga called me, right? So mind you, he said when he go to jail, all the COs, all them looking like, why the fuck is you here? Like, this is not a charge you go to jail for.
They was literally asking me like, yo, did you talk crazy to him? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, nah.
Like that shows that some cops go beyond what they gotta do because he ain't have to do that. The COs and sheriffs are looking at like, what the fuck is you doing here?
Right.
And a citation that's $75, you had to bond out. How much was it?
$700.
$700 for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit.
It didn't make sense. And like I said, it just spurred out of control. The justice system, I think, not only are they biased and racist, but they bullies. They bullies. You know what I'm saying? They pressure you into thinking like this is what you're supposed to take.
Right.
And my thing, just like G just said, okay, let's say that, you know, most people will say, well, yeah, it might be legal over here, but it ain't legal here yet. Okay, that's all well and fine.
Right, so you should
but
know better.
if he's a United States citizen and I'm a United States citizen, and just because the law didn't change yet over here, it has changed, but it hasn't just made it legal. As a judge, you should have some type of compassion for that charge.
No, you should.
But see,
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't
But
still give a person the time that it was for when it was a Schedule
before
1
the
drug.
understanding
Right.
of the
Because
drug.
it's not-
But let's be all honest. You ain't seen a judge yet.
No.
Which judge?
No, I seen Judge Wood. You know what she told me?
Oh, she
Judge
should
Wood
lock you
said,
up right now.
I should lock you up right
Nah,
now.
You did.
I was looking at her like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But I had to right then and there not to go to jail.
Right.
I basically had to tell him, yeah, you can put me on leg monitor and monitor everywhere I go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that shit wasn't gonna work.
But
I knew, but I told them, I sat down
of
with the
course.
probation officer, which is the person that's there to help you, supposed to be rehabilitate.
Yeah.
I said, yo, you're setting me up for failure.
Hey, listen. Tell the people how long you've been on ankle monitor.
I might have lasted 14 days. I didn't last the first 30. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But understand where I come from. I'm a man with this. I'm not afraid of them.
Right.
And I'm not gonna allow nobody to alter my family's life. They already altered it. They already took me away for several years, you feel me?
Right.
Look how many Christmases and birthdays and everything else I had to miss. Right. So you're telling me that you can tell one side of the country, which a lot of people you need to wake up don't realize that I'm not a racist. I have a lot of white friends, but predominantly is white.
This is my white friend.
Exactly, this is my bro. But predominantly is white though.
Right.
That is legal over there. You see what I'm saying? And then you come to places like, you know, here or whatever, you know, where it's a lot of minorities.
You got
and
Seattle, like Washington.
Yeah.
It's
different.
I'm with
different.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna live in Seattle. You gonna live in Seattle? No. I go to Seattle, but I'm not gonna live in Seattle. And it's just crazy how they can tell them that it's all good. And then over here it's like,
I want you to.
I get spanked for it.
It's whack.
That's whack.
I want you to touch on the part where you said that came later, where there might have been some, just seeing that you're actually making something out of yourself, coming from the situations you are. You know, there's something that happens, right? People that play it by the book, especially at our age, like there's a lot of people that so-called play it by the book or think they do exactly what they're supposed to, and then maybe at 35, 40 years old, they run into somebody like you, and you're doing much better than them. Like, I think that shit is real because whether you're police or whatever, you're a human being. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers go through shit. When they see you doing good, it automatically resonates with them in a negative way. It's like, nah, fuck that. He cheating.
Yeah, basically, and that's basically what I was told. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
But I think that part is important because I hope that some people that actually work for the justice system watch the episodes and reevaluate the way that they perceive things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Understanding that motherfuckers got families.
No.
Like, don't treat me, I'm not your son.
Exactly.
I'm not, like, I'm grown as fuck. And the problem is also is say you think I'm cheating, right? You can think I'm still selling drugs. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You have to catch me in that act.
Well, the thing
you can't. The law says I'm innocent until proven guilty.
Your job description.
Don't
says.
assume me guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the feds, like, listen. Because with the feds, even on probation, is like they can violate you for police contact.
What's that mean?
Police contact.
Police contact.
Just being involved with the police.
Just police question you. You get pulled over.
You can be violated for that. One of the crazy things is what we was talking about the other day is like, yo, you take me and you put me in the system, right?
Right.
You put me in the feds. See, you know, we touched on this, I think, last time, or I heard y'all touch on this before on one of the episodes, like, you know, it's a difference between the feds and the state. Big difference, different caliber niggas, different everything, you know what I'm saying? Different type of time, different environment.
Right.
But you take me and you put me in the feds for this, you know, whatever the case may be, you build a case, whatever the case may be. You put me here with, you see right now, it's my brother, I was in the feds 15 years ago. He's from a whole nother city than I'm from. But from 15 years ago, I met him, and later on down the line, in the feds, you know, we bonded like no other. But guess what? Do you know right now that they'll try to violate me for this being my bro?
That's a fact. You can't be around
You can't. They tell you not to be around another
world is a convicted
Half the world is a convicted.
Exactly.
Then not to mention, you put me in here for several years with this man. I ate with this man.
I ain't supposed to know him when I leave.
I did everything with this man. But when I come home, who's my friend? Who you talking about? This is my peer.
That's some real shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand that.
You know, no.
But they say, I don't care who you met in there, when you go home, you can't be his friend or you go back to jail. Because they lock you up for hanging with a convicted felon. Like, what kind of rule is that?
And let me tell you, let me tell you what kind of rule it is. It's a rule. that's created to weaken you as a man. Because
Basically.
network,
That's a fact.
I don't give a fuck if you're a corporate giant or you're a corner hustler. Your network is everything.
Yeah, you got a
so if they
network.
could strip you from your network and leave you isolated, you're
Because
a weaker
this
man.
is what it is. They know you're gonna talk to them. They
That's what I'm
know
saying.
y'all
That's what I'm saying,
conspired.
yeah.
They know you conspired to do more crime. Whether
what
you
that's-
created
Remember Boston George and Blow? Remember
That's how they got him.
Remember his bid?
He was in the
That's what I'm
feds.
saying.
That's
He
how they
was
got
in the
him.
feds.
Yeah,
But see, the illest part about that is they know you're gonna conspire, whether good or bad. We could have said we're gonna buy 18-wheelers and do business together.
Yeah. Right.
Nope. You're going back to jail.
Right.
Or we're gonna do wrong. Nope, you're going back to jail.
Right.
Because y'all are conspiring to actually get some money in some type of way.
Right.
And it's designed for you to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have had a legit plan. Look at us now, we on a podcast. We have a legit plan.
Right.
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's this shit's so fucked up, bro. It's like, listen, me and this man was in the feds together. When I seen him 12 years later or 14 years, I don't remember how, we looked at each other.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do I know you from? You know what I'm saying? Like, but the feds done had us in this system all this shit. We talking about 15 years? You know how much fucking long time ago was that?
My daughter, when the feds first snatched me, I was telling my man tonight, when the feds first snatched me, I was 19 years old. My daughter was 3 months old. If I live out the term of the supervised release, the parole, whatever you want to call it, we call it, the feds call it supervised release after me being from prison. My time and my term on paper, if I completed to the end, my daughter would be in first year in college. Now, do you think that make any sense? I didn't kill anybody, bro.
You didn't hurt anybody.
I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't have no
There's
victim.
no violent.
Nothing.
No violence.
You know what I'm saying? And they telling me to just leave right now and take a year off the street. I'm not with it.
That's a fact.
I'm not with it. There's no other way to put it.
So that's the thought process that went through your head when you cut your joint.
Like we talking to a man that's on the run right now.
Yeah.
That's a
By the
fact.
time y'all see this, he's gonna be probably.
I'll
in
probably be
prison.
in, you feel me?
But it's not that shit.
I'm
like
not-
motherfuckers can say what they would do, or you need to turn,
It's a
turn
different story
yourself
when you in them shoes, man.
and you've been at home with your kids the last
Exactly.
few years and taking
life
care of the
is-
house.
and life is okay. Life is good.
Life
Yo,
is good.
last night I
We have fun every day.
every day.
Respect.
That's a
So
fact.
why would I want to go to prison? Why would I want to go back to that? Why would I want to go back to somebody telling me what to do every day? I thought about it. It was a thing that I thought of to myself last night. I was like, yo, how come it's never hard to get that judge when you violate probation or you got to get arraigned? They did within 24 hours.
Right.
But where the hell they at when you got the motions in? When they keep saying the judge ain't answering yet, that's why you ain't get out yet.
When I filed this shit, to
Where
try
they
to
at?
free
I don't
them.
understand. These
Nah,
same judges could appear.
People
within
who've been in prison will understand this.
Exactly.
more than
You
anybody
understand
else.
where I'm coming from. If right now we on the street and God forbid we got locked up for anything, the police decide to lock us for anything, that judge
You
will
about to
be
see
there.
that judge.
You're gonna see that judge.
But when you in trying to file a motion
when you
to
trying
get
to get
out,
out-
or trying to do that, no,
And things-
it's postponed. It's 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's 2 months.
Oh, the judge ain't answered yet. It's been 8 months.
Yeah,
What you mean the
facts.
judge didn't answer yet? I don't understand. What is he getting paid for? What are you
Right.
talking about?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So the whole system, is designed to hurt us. And it's just that nobody's exposing it, nobody's saying nothing. Listen,
when
I'm
it
not a
happened-
mad inmate.
Right.
I ain't the one that want to say, oh, it's wrong now because I'm going to jail. I did my bid.
Right.
That don't bother me, but it's like I said, every Monday night I've been watching the Trayvon Martin story, and they did what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? They did what they wanted to do to that situation. It was no hand. You know what they did? They took all the black jurors out and said that it was going to be presidential. What?
What does that even
So
mean?
what all the
What
white
does that even
jurors
mean?
mean?
So all the white jurors is not going to be presidential?
Right.
I was kind of lost. I was like, huh? What you mean?
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, they turned a 17-year-old kid into a monster.
Yeah.
They made a
Who's
dude.
dead?
He's dead.
It's like right now, what just happened, the Meek Mill situation was highly publicized, right? and he was kind of going through something similar.
He's basically the same thing.
Right.
Being a kid and being stuck on this shit for
let
years.
me say something real quick. A nigga we was locked up with, man, our brother Face, right?
They did.
Listen, Face is in Pennsylvania, right? We was in the feds with Face in Kentucky, Ashland, Kentucky, right? Face had a state charge. He's on parole. He's on parole in the state. He caught a Fed charge, right? Caught a 10 in the Fed.
Well, he did 12, right? He did 12.
12. Fuck it, 12.
He did like 12.
I know, listen, so boom, but he violated his parole by catching a new charge. He caught a 12.
Okay.
Face leave us. Well, we leave Face first, but Face go home. But they got to send him back to the state because he got a parole violation for catching a new Fed charge.
Right.
So everybody say, "Oh, Face, they gonna just kick you back out because you just did 10 years in the Fed.
Right.
You did 12 years, whatever you did in the Fed." Boy, they gave. First of all, Meek Mill is a celebrity, so they just exposed that. Face got the same 2 to 4 for the violating the state, but goddamn, I just did 12. You can run this shit with that.
Yeah.
I did your
It's
bid
all the
already.
same charge.
Right,
It's all the
right.
same.
It's the same charge.
It's the same thing.
Right.
How do you give me? How do you make me do a whole nother bid?
Because
It's because of this charge. Like, you can't give me no 2 to 4. He got the same Meek Mill charge. He in Pennsylvania. He was in Reading getting money. He from New York.
Right.
But it's like, damn, bro. Like he did 12 and then got to do a whole nother 2 because he caught the Fed charge that gave him 10.
That's
Damn,
crazy.
you a bad motherfucker for
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Like you some heartless ass motherfuckers for that. Like, do that, man.
You know, that's the separation though. It's like motherfuckers
Hey,
suffer.
but the illest part about it, Face did them 2 years. He come home the end of the month.
On the end of the month.
Come home end of the month. He did the 2 years. You know what I mean?
But it's like how many of us
that to light?
how many of us gotta do it though? Why do we gotta keep going through it?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's designed for us to lose. We 300 years behind.
Shit is
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like when you talk about they changed the crack law, Obama came, they changed the crack law, they changed a bunch of laws. But after you fucked up 30, 40 years of a generation, the damage is done.
Right.
You know
Look,
what I'm saying?
let me ask
Like,
y'all
okay,
something.
we're gonna change this
Let me ask y'all something.
because crack ain't even the drug no more. It's
You
heroin
don't
or it's
care about-
Molly.
yeah, it's Molly,
It's da, 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 da.
whatever.
Okay, we done fucked y'all up with 30, 40 years of crack.
Right.
Now we gonna jump to the new shit. Oh, crack law, if you got crack, it's a lesser charge because who the fuck is doing it?
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Let me ask y'all something. Go back a little bit to what I was saying about the Trayvon. I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but you know,
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't watched it
haven't
yet.
watched
I've
it
been
yet.
meaning to though.
you need to. It shows
Because I watched.
it shows a lot of light.
I watched homie who was in Rikers.
Yeah, I know you're
I
talking
watched
about.
this shit.
That was a
I watched that
documentary,
joint,
yeah.
too.
But this one is a little different because they show a lot of light on the injustice, but they don't only specialize it on Trayvon Martin. They show you from every aspect. They show you what his parents had to go through. They show you what other people had to go through.
You know, Mike Brown mom's is running for city council in the city now. And
That's
dope.
good
She trying
because
to change the law.
yes, you got to step up you got to step up.
You got to start from the bottom. Like everybody be talking about voting for the president. All that. You got to start from your county, your state.
Exactly.
You got to change the laws.
That's how you
local.
make a difference.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
Like,
It
I
is.
ain't gonna front.
It
That's
is.
why I vote now.
It
I
is.
always used to, don't make a difference who president. No, I'm voting for the mayor, the city council,
Right.
the local people in my
And
area
in the lower,
to
listen,
start.
the
You know what
lower
I'm
you
saying?
get,
because the president don't matter. You gotta have all these other
yeah.
people down
Right.
here on the same page to bring it.
To bring it to him as a whole.
the lower,
because that's the only way the president deals with it.
The lower you get, the more influence you have. So even
Exactly.
if you're a parent, like with your kids in school, vote for who the fuck is the head of the PTA.
Exactly.
Like vote for
That's
shit
a
that
fact.
actually
That
affects
matters.
you.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying?
actually affects you.
The situation I was gonna tell you about was what they did in Trayvon documentary was they showed the inlight on the female. I can't remember her name right now. I don't know if y'all big on it, but it happened right in the highlight of Trayvon Martin case. She was in Florida where the stand your ground law is, and her boyfriend was beating her.
Oh, I seen that.
She shot in the air twice. Yo, they gave her, this is a black woman.
Yeah, I remember
they gave her
that.
20 years.
I remember that.
Because they said she doesn't fit under the stand the ground law because she didn't shoot him. Listen to what I'm saying.
Because she didn't shoot.
Because she didn't shoot him, but she shot a firearm.
So she was being reckless.
She's being reckless.
Instead of being defensive.
Reckless and dangerous.
Instead of
Exactly.
being defensive.
Now this man is beating her.
She doesn't
She
want
got
her.
20 years.
She got
remember
20 years
Shorty.
out of being compassionate.
remember Shorty.
Zimmerman
Yeah.
pursued that man.
And they told him, do
Do
not
not
pursue
pursue
him.
him.
Right.
He
Remember that.
pursued them
Right.
and ended up killing them and walked away.
And you know, it's just, you know, in basketball, when you get a bad call, right? And they say the ball don't lie. Remember Rasheed Wallace? used to
Exactly,
scream,
yeah, the ball don't lie. The ball don't lie, though.
Right,
If
it
you
don't
look
matter.
back,
It don't matter.
It
You're gonna miss that free throw.
Right, you're gonna miss the free throw. So it's the same thing with Zimmerman though. Look at the way his life has panned out.
Yeah,
Like,
no
I
doubt.
don't-
Oh, he's fucked up.
Yeah,
He has
he's
to-
like
all
he's
type
been
of
going
stuff.
through all.
the
the
ball don't lie.
But
You know what I'm saying?
It don't bring Trayvon back.
No.
it don't
don't.
bring
It don't.
Trayvon back, and they still doing the same things, pardon me, because even now, it's a new one
Right.
where the
You
girl was
remember
parked
Alton
at the...
Sterling, the nigga in South Carolina?
Yes.
The
When
police
they
shot
shot
him
him
while they
down.
running away.
Yeah.
They not
don't
doing nothing.
Listen, it's a new one right now. I don't know if they was at the dollar store. I don't know where they was at. They was at like a store. The lady is parked in handicap. Her
Fact.
boyfriend is in the store
Yeah.
with his son.
Yeah.
He
I
come
seen
out.
him
He
jump.
push homie down.
Yeah, because he's at his wife.
Yeah, fact.
He's barking with it. But if
Right.
you ever look at the
Did you
tape,
see the video?
I saw it. I
yeah,
saw it.
he's in a handicap spot himself.
You know
So
about-
first of all, what's up with the citizen's arrest type shit? Like
But regardless, he shot him.
he shot this man.
Like the even though the man pushed him down, you pull out that. If you gonna pull out the gun, bro, get. I don't want
Okay.
you pushing me. I can't beat
Exactly.
you.
But
You're a
even
young
when he
person.
pushed him in the video, he never
backs
tried to
up.
beat him.
He
He
backs
He
up.
goes back to
Right.
his family.
Right.
He's walking back to the car. This man pulls out a gun and shot him. First of all,
Right.
the point that
They
I'm trying
finally
to,
just charged him.
They
You
just
know
charged
that.
him.
Manslaughter, not murder.
Not murder, but manslaughter. But he killed him in front of his child and his woman. The point that I'm trying to point out to you is that, once again, this is my bro over here. Like, there's no racist with me. But you got, like, the white privilege
Do you
attitude.
think I could have did that and didn't get charged?
Hell
he,
no.
He didn't get charged for a long time.
For
They
almost
just
30
charged him.
days.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
fact. Why didn't you charge me then? I shot.
Exactly.
Clearly
He
shot
shot
somebody.
this man. He, if anything,
The man had
he's-
no weapon.
He engaged in an altercation.
Exactly.
You
with them.
didn't want to fight him back, and that's okay. You
Exactly.
could have walked away.
You should have walked up to to the car to begin with.
But regardless, you
aggressor.
should have
He's
walked
the
away
aggressor.
once you got
Exactly.
pushed
He
down.
was the aggressor.
Exactly.
You
That's
know,
a
because
very
it-
important word. It's a very
And
important
on
word.
top of
Yeah.
that, on a manslaughter, you can get
You
zero
get 2 years. He
You
can get probation.
0 years.
Exactly. So they know what they're
Your
doing.
5 be like max
Yeah.
flow. You know what
They
I'm
know
saying?
what they're doing. It's all.
But somebody's life is gone.
They have to keep people like Jay-Z and whoever else is involved in this Trayvon documentary that's going on
But you know
BET.
what?
We need more of that.
I
We need more-
I kind of want to get into that too because like, Hov don't got to do that. He got a bag.
He definitely
He don't have to do that. I respect that.
Right.
And that's why I said it,
Sometimes
yeah.
when you like at the end of the day, everybody when we hustling, when we doing whatever, we want to get our money, right? And then you can help. Like and that's
Right.
real shit. It's
No, it
like
is real shit.
it's like, bro, I can't help you till I get my shit straight. You know what I'm saying? I respect that he got his bag right, and like, man, I gotta help these.
He gotta-
motherfuckers,
we
bro.
need a voice.
Like that's what makes you respect Hov. Like that's another conversation, but that's what happens. Like,
Right.
like that's the reason we do this podcast.
Exactly.
Fact.
We're
I
not
was
doing
gonna
it
say
for the
shit,
bread,
us.
but we have to give
Look at-
back.
look
Like
at-
we gotta teach, bro. Like y'all might not want to hear them squares on this on any podcast or motherfuckers talking about shit they ain't been through. Y'all know we have, and we can actually talk about shit for the podcast. Like,
Look
I
at the
think-
people we had on, bro. Look at what they're
Yeah,
doing.
look at what exactly.
Look at
So it's
Santana
like
Raymond.
look at Santana Raymond.
Look at-
Shout
look
out
at John
Santana
Bunn.
Raymond.
You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out John Bunn.
Look at Brandy Davis.
Brandy Davis.
Like all these
like
people
that's-
going on to bigger and better
that's-
things.
that's
And
a
when you get done with this little shit, that's gonna be your same
You can
story.
be the
You're
same.
gonna be
That's
on
a
the bigger
fact.
and
That's
better
a
thing.
fact.
First of all, he's been on
I'm
Bigger
gonna be
Bigger
real with you.
Things.
That's
Me and this
that's
man-
what my problem is. That's
what I'm saying.
That's they want to hold me back.
I think
You know
that's
what I'm
Listen,
saying?
listen,
But-
man. Like motherfuckers talk all types of shit about criminals and ex-felons and all this dumbass shit. Man, this man calls me all the time. Like, bro, we got to do something. Like he want dollar stores. Like he got wild ideas. Like all positive.
Right, right.
But you want to lock a motherfucker up for a few grams of weed.
Well, they paint
but
the-
at the end of the day, this man
shit
been
that's
trying
harmless.
to.
They
Oh
paint-
man, let's get these
yeah.
18-wheelers. Like
Yeah.
it's always an idea on positivity. But when you want to send a motherfucker back to the negative because you don't want nobody to prosper.
They don't want nobody.
How dare you make more than I make?
It's definitely.
How dare you make more than 60,000?
Yo, you know what I was thinking, right?
60,000 a year is shit.
I was like, hey, they making this weed shit legal, right? All kind of people smoking, right? So
they about to legalize it in Georgia.
Yeah, in
it's
Georgia.
about to be.
So you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like this. If I was to see this same judge in Walmart and she's food shopping with her family, and I'm in Walmart and I'm grocery shopping with my family, how does she look at me? You understand what I'm saying? How does she look at me? I don't know. I mean, she don't know nothing about my background, so how does she look at me? Would I be that same man that she is sent back to prison for a year for smoking marijuana? Or because I have this federal background that they keep putting in her face?
Or something simple like, yo,
you get what I'm saying?
We interact with human beings every day, right? Like today, I was going to get something to eat. I held the door for a woman, right? I really didn't have to. She was kind of far behind me, but I held it for her anyway. And then, you know, it's like little acts of kindness that you do just from being a solid man, right?
Exactly, it comes natural.
If they meet you in those circumstances, they'll vouch for you.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's all about the circumstances that they meet you through. And
when
when you're preceded by paperwork,
exactly.
you become a different human being.
Exactly.
Honestly, you don't become. Let me retract that. You don't become a different human.
You're
not a human being.
You become who they want you to be. Who they see you as. What they see on that paper. I mean, shit. My PO. Wow, shit.
What?
My PO is the one that has been taking me through all this, right?
Right.
Her 17-year-old son. I don't know if he was drunk. I don't know if he was on Xannies. Whatever. He crashed into my wife. And I 2017 Audi. Like, he just smacked it.
If this just by chance. No, just by chance.
First of all,
this shit is crazy.
If this is not a conflict of interest,
yeah.
The fact that a few weeks later I get violated. Wow.
Come on, exactly. It's like, you see, he can't even get it out. Because it's like, listen, right? When he do it, right?
My PO son crashes into my wife.
And my baby.
And then the crazy part about it is she calls him. She said, let's settle this out of court.
Out of court.
So that, because he's only 17. How can you go in front of the judge and recommend me going to prison?
The same person was violating you. Right?
You know
the same person was violating
I'm a human being now because you need me.
Right.
I'm not an inmate.
I need to do something for you.
Right.
Get the fuck out of
here.
here.
And you did it though, huh?
Fuck no.
No, fuck no.
Okay.
Because his wife was talking about going to the hospital.
Because like my wife was really hurt.
Okay, it was a real
situation. It was an accident.
No, he smacked him. That's why I say I don't know. He was on Xannies. He was on something. Because it was broad daylight and she was parked at the light. He just smacked her. Bam. So boom. So when she asked me, you know, I just was, you know, arguing with her, kind of not arguing, but debating. Like, yo, you know, I feel like you've been treating me like an inmate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm not in prison no more. Like, I have a whole family to run.
Yeah,
so you have to keep that in mind when you want me to do certain things. When you're telling me to be on a leg monitor and all this crazy shit, and I can't go nowhere. When I got a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old and a 13-year-old, I'm looking at her like she's crazy. But when her 17-year-old got in the situation, I was an individual now.
Exactly.
I wasn't an inmate anymore.
You were a human being.
You know what's so deep?
It was Mr. Harper.
I'm gonna give you the key word, right? Is empathy, right? She wanted you to have empathy for her and her son's situation, but she's never shown you empathy.
Never.
Okay, so, you know, that's a measure of character of her. Your measure of character has already been proven.
It's a fact.
Right? Because you're putting fatherhood at a priority, you're putting family at a priority, you're putting your responsibilities at a priority, all that, right? Every day that's a challenge for all of us. That's a challenge, bro. It's a challenge to prioritize the right things every single day. But, and what they don't understand is we live in a state of crisis. You know how hard it is to prioritize in a morally correct way when you live in a state of crisis? That's deep because your back is against the wall 24/7. So how the fuck do you have morals when you swinging punches for your life? But this woman, the slightest inconvenience into her comfortable life, she starts copping pleas.
Exactly. And
it's a different fabric
it's
that you
it's
cut
a
from.
different lifestyle. And I actually explained that to her, like, you know, just because you don't understand my lifestyle,
Right.
or what I would do to survive is something that you wouldn't do.
Right.
That don't make me a bad guy. That don't make me a criminal.
You know what it makes you? It makes you resourceful, which is the number one key element. Like, for the people, as we look around and we sitting on the 39th floor of the building or whatever, and you see like lights still on, you see corporate people still trying to work, you see all these things, right? That's what they value, is resourcefulness. You know, I've been in situations where I try to get jobs, and I might have a contact or something. They say they want to see resourcefulness. They want you to find them on the internet. They want you to figure out how to contact them and call them, so your resume jumps above all other resumes. But what you're doing is you're exhibiting those same qualities in real life, but you're chastised for them. Instead of being rewarded for them, you're railroaded for them.
Because it's not going with what they would do.
Of course.
Exactly. They don't understand it, so
like you don't understand.
Because
they don't understand it, so it's wrong.
Listen, we make lemons and make lemonade. You know what I'm saying? We take lemons and make lemonade. It's a difference because, and that's why we could be so up. That's why like, okay, we take slavery, right? It's the most fucked up shit about it is that's how we would turn that into working for somebody. We're gonna work for ourselves. It's like Black Wall Street, right? It's like we got to do that because you forced us. You made us turn into a boss. Like you made me a boss by the bullshit that you're doing. And the fact that we talk about doing different type of businesses or 18, whatever the fuck we talk about, is because we ain't got no other choice. Like, and you forced us to be in this situation. Like the crazy part about it is I'm not blaming you. I'm doing something about it. And you mad when I do something about it. You mad that I do something about it. Don't be mad that I do something about it, because I'm gonna do something about it.
You blame me for not doing shit, but you blame me for doing
shit.
Shit.
Well, it is only helpful for them, for us to win. They only want us to win when it's beneficial for them.
Of course.
When they done got us to sign on that line to whatever rights or whatever money or whatever. Like I said, I don't watch TV.
Okay.
I stopped watching TV from being in prison. I do follow social media a lot.
Okay.
Some people will go against that, but social media is actually keeping me woke.
Okay.
Social media is probably it's like a gift and a curse. It could have been the worst thing that happened to society, but it's the best thing that happened to society, because you could expose a lot.
Right.
And I don't know if you know about the little girl. Remember the little girl? And the lady called the police on her because she said she didn't have a permit to sell her lemonade in front of the door.
That was crazy.
Well, a black lady went and recorded herself pulling up on two little white girls selling lemonade and said, "Do you have your permit?" And the mother came out, and the mother said, "This is absurd. Why would you want to bother children?"
Right.
And guess what the lady did? She pulled out $20 and said, "Here you girls go. I just wanted y'all to see how it feels from the other side.
Word.
How crazy it looks to bother a child."
Right.
She's like, it ain't even about prejudice. It's how crazy it looks to bother a child, but it's all about prejudice.
It is. Well, the genesis of it is about prejudice, but the woman you speaking of, her actions.
You know, her actions wasn't, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, man, just looking at everything, and I have children. I'm out here, I'm taking care of my kids, I'm doing things with my kids. Shit, school started last week. And that was one of the main reasons why I bucked on the monitor. Yo, I couldn't take my kids school shopping.
Damn.
He told me no. He told me work, medical reasons.
So
I said, yo, I can't take him to go get a cut. I can't. He said no.
So as crazy as it sounds, right? As crazy as it sounds, right? It's easy to point out the problems because they're so obvious, right? It's so obvious. We towards the end of the episode, it's like, so what's your mind state moving forward?
I'm gonna keep it real.
What you do? You got to turn yourself in. How's that feeling?
I definitely got to turn myself in.
I've turned myself in before.
Yeah, I have before too. Keep it all the way G. The Henny got me.
Okay.
If I was sober, I'd probably say the same thing. It's hard to turn yourself in.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to fuck it up at the Flame tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to R&B Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm going to do all that before I turn myself in. You heard?
That's a fact. So
That's
you
a
got
fact.
about another 3 days.
I got about 3 days. I'm going to chill with the real Jerome. I'm going to do all that. Yeah. We're going to do all that. But, nah, you know, man, it's just, I just want people to wake up, man. Everybody ain't Meek Mill, man. Everybody don't have a fan base to fight.
They're not going to get a helicopter.
Yeah, you know, so shout out to homie, though. It ain't, you know, I respect him fighting. It's just the fight alone. You got to fight, you know what I'm saying?
See, people look at his situation, right, and it gets, there's a magnifying glass on it because of his relationships. But they got to understand that shit's happening 100 times every day.
That's what I said about my man Face.
Yeah, like Face, that was crazy. Like Face had to go do a whole nother bid for the same shit.
And be honest, Face told me, he said, these 2 years worse than the 12.
It was worse than the 12.
Because I was expecting to go home.
Yeah.
After these 12 years, I want to go home. You couldn't say, damn, he did 12 years. This shit is ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, you know what else I meant to say before we, like, when I was interviewed or questioned or whatever by the federal supervisor, probation, whatever, and they was telling me that, you know, about the program that they put me in with this leg monitor, right?
Yeah.
He told me that he's talking to me, he's like, well, this program that we putting you in, you know, it's for, you know, sex offenders and real violent criminals, and, you know, so we're very strict with this program, and we need you to understand that. So this is what I did. I waited till he finished talking, and I raised my hand.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, what's going on? I said, sir, I'm not a sex offender, and I ain't got no violence.
And I got caught with a few grams.
And I got caught with 5 grams of weed. Why am I in this program then?
Right.
It's not fit for me. I'm telling you, it's stressing me out. It's setting me up for failure.
Yeah.
I can't do what I want to do. You know, he said one thing to me one day in a text. I think I still got it. He said, he killed my whole day of movement. A movement is what they allow you to do on your ankle monitor.
Right.
And he killed my whole day. Just killed it. He said, I think you should stay home with the family. And until I said, well, shit, it's Saturday and my family not staying home.
Yeah, how am I supposed to stay home?
I said, so, you know, and I sent them the emoji like this.
Right.
Like what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand. What are you saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
why you don't say, since I need to be with the family, let me go with
it. Let me go with the family.
Family might be a main event. Like, they might be lit.
You know, I said, I need an oil change on the Benz. He told me, oh, but you ain't giving them. I said, listen, an oil change. He said something about, well, where's your wife? I said, do you send your wife to get an oil change? Then he said, okay, well, put it on. Why do I have to keep asking a grown man?
You should have said, I need an oil change on the Toyota.
That's what it be.
Then he would have said, okay.
I think that's what it be.
You said oil change on the Benz.
Sometimes I want to piss them off. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They've been dragging me. They sending me to jail. I want to piss them off. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
You know? I said, wifey, get the strap.
She got the strap.
You know what I mean? But yo, this shit is just, it's crazy, man. But
that's a fact though, bro.
So
I just ask everybody, any injustice that you see, any injustice that you're involved with, like, don't lay down, yo.
Word.
Like, I'm not telling you to be ignorant,
right?
Because you can mix ignorance with fighting. You can mix it up and it just make us look more bad. But don't lay down, yo. Like, we gotta stop taking this. It's too much injustice going on, man. It's too much.
Like, let's say, regardless, fuck the spice. Like, you do K2, you smoke.
Well, I smoke weed now.
All right, whatever.
I just wanted to put that on the record.
But this is the difference. How is a year in jail helping me? If that's what I do. If I really smoke weed, if I smoke K2, whatever.
Yeah.
Why you not sending me to drug classes?
You're supposed to send me to drug class. You're supposed to send me fucking inpatient treatment.
They send me back to federal prison.
Don't give me ankle monitor for that. How's that helping me? Give me 4 months with drug rehab.
Right.
Don't. That's not helping the problem. Like that's the difference. Like, whether you think I do that doesn't help the problem. All I'm doing is coming out and smoking more weed. But I Jake did good, man. Hey, listen, man. We about to sign out, man. This is like a real crazy episode.
It's a somber episode.
Nah, it's fucked up because me and Jig, he couldn't get no closer than us being in that can when it ain't have nothing to do with no bread. Like right now we living good and all that.
Living my best life.
Jake living his best life.
Man.
But boy, like we talk about it all the time, boy. We was walking that track, bro. Like we talked about life. Like when you're in the Fed, they got a track, like an actual track, like a racing track, like a running, motherfuckers jog and shit on the track.
Right.
We should just talk, bro.
Beat that track up.
We used to beat that track. Yo, after lunch, after chow, we about to go walk this track, bro. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, it be time to go back in.
Right.
Because we done walk for hours. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? That's a different relationship.
You know, I always told you after I met Jig, I was like, yo, you remind me.
Yeah, he always say do from the mid and the Q's. He remind me from dude in the mid. He tells me that all the time.
But it's just, it ain't even about that. It's just about relatability.
It's the connection. Like, and maybe that's why me and Jay connected because, like,
I can't pinpoint it. It's just about what it is.
That's real because it was niggas I knew I was locked up with before, niggas I met before I seen Jig.
Right.
But out of all the niggas, me and Jig fuck with each other, so that's it happens the way it happens.
And you know, because motherfuckers didn't get to go to college and shit. We didn't get roommates who we might have vibed with, who might have been our friends for life. Y'all had to do that shit.
I went to college, I got kicked out, caught a charge.
But like, you know, you see what I'm saying? The Feds became your college experience.
Nah, that definitely my 4-year Fed experience was my 4-year college experience. Exactly. And that shit that made me a better man.
It did.
Honestly, it's not rehabilitation, but it still made me a better man because at the end of the day, the relationships I've met in the Feds was better than the relationships of motherfuckers I knew my whole life.
You know what's realer though? You would have became a better man in any situation you was in because that's how you built.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You and Jig, y'all became a better man in the worst possible experience. So imagine if you were actually placed in a productive situation, right? Like a school or a trade or something, and y'all met.
I ain't even gonna say that.
Okay.
Because bosses is meant to be bosses, right?
Okay.
So the Feds sped up my process. Like it's fucked up. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you forced me to do nothing else but be a boss because I can't get a fucking job that pays shit.
Right.
You forced me to, let me cut this shit off right now. Let me start a podcast. Let me start a clothing line because I ain't got shit else to do.
Right.
You forced my hand. You forced my hand. Let me think about these 18-wheelers because I ain't got shit else to do. I don't got nothing else to do.
That's real.
I can't work for you.
That's real.
Unless I make $10 an hour.
It's still.
But you force my hand. See, the problem is what it does is 85% of the people don't think like us. 85% go work for $10 an hour and be nothing.
But see, it's still what I'm
I'm me regardless. Right. But what I'm saying is you forced me to understand that I was me.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's the difference.
That's exactly
if I just been on the street, oh man, I made $16 an hour. Thank you, master. The fuck is $16 an hour?
Right.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Bro, if you work 40 hours a week and make $20 an hour, that's $800, right? After taxes, it might be $550, right?
At the most.
$500.
Right.
That's $2,000 a month. I live in Atlanta. I got 4 kids. Bro, I need a 4-bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's $1,800 of my $2,000.
Easy.
Minimum.
Easy.
That's all the money.
That's rent, not buying a house. That's rent. Bro, I ain't got gas money. I ain't got motherfucking electricity. I ain't got fucking car note. I don't got insurance. I don't got nothing. That's $20 an hour. Yeah. And people think $20 an hour is a lot of money. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That can't support me.
It can't.
Fuck out of here. And that's the difference. So all the Feds did, you gonna send me away and I don't know how my family can support themselves while I'm not there?
I'm gonna figure a way out.
I'm gonna find it. You forcing me to be
Figure
a
a way
boss.
out.
You gonna force me to be a boss, and the problem is in that process, you trying to cut me down. You trying to violate me. You trying to do
Trying to kill
whatever
my
because
spirit. You trying to kill
I'm
my
figuring
spirit.
this shit out, and you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You mad that you make $60,000-$70,000 a year? That ain't shit.
They don't even make that. You know the
I'm
CEOs.
giving them
they
that.
don't- Yeah, they don't
But
even make that.
with overtime, they make it.
Maybe.
But at the end of the
Maybe.
day, y'all ain't figured it out yet.
Are you mad at me?
No, man. You need you, your wife, and her brother who's staying there making his $15, $20 an hour to chip in on the bills.
Right.
But I ain't do that because on me.
Child, what we got left?
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Is it?
Man,
That's
listen,
it.
man.
We rap
Some
it.
fun shit, man.
But but what I'm saying,
shit.
listen, exactly what you said.
Feel me?
What I'm
Shit.
saying is don't ever,
That's a fact.
bro, don't ever underestimate your character and
Oh,
the position
definitely.
and the position that played in the worst circumstances, because at the end of the day,
But that's why he on the run.
exactly.
Because niggas not going for
But,
it.
but trust me, even as fucked up as
A
shit
Drug Dealer's
sounds right
Dream is
now,
the realest podcast on
ever.
the planet, bro.
but
It's like
as
facts. That-
fucked up as it sounds, you made a living off making positivity out of negativity. So being the person you are, you still gonna find a way to grow.
Definitely, I'm definitely not gonna
That's
stop
all it
me.
is. That's
You
all
know,
it is. You gonna win,
Like
bro.
my bro told me, like, you know,
You gonna win.
like my bro would tell you, like, the moment I found out they was even violating me, I'm gonna keep it real with you, 30 days, took the family to Disney World, I went to Vegas, and I brought a 63. I'm gonna live my life.
Yeah.
At 63, let's talk
Yes.
about black, white interior,
Yeah.
2017 shit.
Let's go.
Listen, this
Yes.
is what we
Fact.
do. That is a fact.
Drug dealer's dream.
Yeah.
Drug dealer's dream. Live,
Never.
take care of your family, stay out of
Exactly.
prison. That's the
sell
problem.
They don't understand it, so
Yeah.
they think it's a problem. You know what I mean? But it's the way of life. It's our life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good
It's an
sign.
attitude.
That's a good sign out, Jay.
That's a
They're gonna
fact.
kill your paper. We going to motherfucking Honolulu or something.
Honolulu.
That's that, man.
Doing Hawaii.
That's a fact, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, man,
Yeah.
signing
Drug dealer's
off.
dreams.
A drug dealer's dreams,
Yes.
man. This what we do, man.
Rap
Fuck with
it.
us because you stuck with us. You already know what it is. One.